how to turn your weekly wins into unstoppable July momentum. You've been documenting wins all week. But here's what most people miss. The real power is untended individual wins. It's in the pattern they create. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your weekly wins into unstoppable momentum that launches you into July stronger than ever. Welcome back to Unlock Your Potential. It's Friday of week 4, the final week of June's Document Your Early Wins phase. You've learned to document wins, build momentum, focus on transformation wins, and find hidden wins. Today, we're putting it all together for maximum July impact. The weekly win pattern analysis. Here's what neuroscience tells us about weekly reflection. Your brain doesn't just store individual memories, it creates patterns and predictions based on those memories. When you analyze your weekly wins, you're literally programming your brain for future success. Research from cognitive psychology shows that people who do weekly pattern analysis are 89% more likely to repeat successful behaviors, and 67% more likely to avoid behaviors that do unserve them. But here's the key. Most people just list their wins and move on. They miss the goldmine of information hiding in the patterns. Your weekly wins tell a story about who you're becoming, what works for you, and what your brain is ready to tackle next. The Weekly Win Analysis Framework. Let me show you the 5-part framework for turning weekly wins into July momentum. Part 1. The Win Inventory. List every win from this week: obvious ones, transformation wins, and hidden wins. Don't judge, just capture everything. Part 2. The Pattern Recognition. Look for themes. What types of wins showed up most? When did you have your biggest breakthroughs? What conditions created your best moments? Part 3. The Identity Evidence. Ask yourself, based on this week's wins, who am I becoming? Your wins are evidence of your evolving identity. Name it clearly. Part 4. The System Identification. What systems, routines, or environments contributed to your wins? These are your success multipliers, the things that make wins more likely. Part 5. The July Bridge. How do this week's patterns set you up for July success? What momentum are you carrying forward? What evidence do you have that July will be your breakthrough month? The June Victory Declaration. Now here's the most important part. You need to declare victory for June. Not because June is over, we still have a few days, but because you need to acknowledge what you've already accomplished. Look at where you started June versus where you are now. You've built the habit of documenting wins. You've learned to recognize transformation wins. You've developed systems for finding hidden progress. You've created momentum where none existed before. This isn't just progress. This is proof that you don't need perfect conditions to create perfect results. You've proven that you can start strong, stay consistent, and build momentum even when life gets complicated. Your June victory isn't about being perfect. It's about being someone who starts, someone who documents progress, someone who builds momentum, and someone who doesn't wait for January to transform their life. That person, the one you've become in June, is ready for July's acceleration. Your July launch preparation. Here's your weekend challenge. Complete your weekly win analysis using the 5-part framework. Then create what I call your July launch declaration, a 1-page summary of who you've become in June and what momentum you're carrying into July. Read this declaration. On July 1st, before you start your day, you're not entering July as someone hoping to change. You're re-entering as someone who has already proven they can change. That's the difference between starting and accelerating. If this week of win documentation has changed how you see your progress, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what pattern you discovered in your weekly wins. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because Monday we're starting July, your acceleration month, and our free tracking system will help you automatically analyze patterns and build momentum coming soon. This weekend, celebrate your June wins and prepare for July acceleration. Monday, we're talking about how to use July's energy to gain speed while others slow down. Till then, remember, you're not just documenting wins. You're building the evidence that you're someone who wins. See you Monday for July launch.